Let's go. It's time for the knockouts. Welcome to the kimchicast. I'm your host, Box Kimchi, who's just happy to be here. And it's... Oh. Oh my god. Let's go. And why not start off with the only rematch, I believe, of the knockout stage. I should check that before saying that. I should play. And Azael's been kicked off the cast. Brutal. I don't believe there are any rematches here, as far as I can tell. But NRG versus Weibo Gaming, the one seed from LCF from North America that no one thought would be here, and the 4 seed from China, who everyone equally thought would not be here. And, well, here they are facing off. One of them is required to go home here. Of course, it's best of 5's time as we finally make it to the playoffs. And, oof. NRG, the miracle run. No one thought they would be here. No one thought they would make it to Worlds after finishing 5th in the summer split. No one thought they would win LCS once they qualified for Worlds and faced off against TL and C9 in the same weekend. And now, after going 0-1, no one thought they would make it out of the group stage. Then getting matched up against G2, no one thought they would win that. And now, here they are. Like 10 days, 12 days later, now like 16 days later, and they are the last hope for North America. Despite all the memes, despite all the doubt, they've made it. And Weibo Gaming, another team people were suspicious of entering the tournament. No one really knew what they were going to win off, or not win off of, but what they were going to bring to the table. They were a team that just felt like a downgraded version of all the other LPL representatives. But let's go. It's time to get into draft, and you see the fancy words, quarterfinals. I'm so excited. The Renata immediately take it away from Crisp, and Rumble and Azir banned away. And we're just going back to the normal bans and Renata. If Jarvan and Xayah banned away, we're just going back to normal draft, like what seems to be the meta here. But are they going to leave the Kalista with a Renata down? That's the question. You can, but it's not the best idea, even with Renata down. And the Twisted Treon's taken away, actually. They're going to leave up the Kalista. Are they saying FBI can't play it? That's the question. Are they saying FBI isn't willing to go onto the Kalista here? Because that, or the Orianna, they might also be trading it. They could also be trading Palafox's Orianna, possibly for Light's Kalista, if they do want to go that angle. Or, I mean, it's just really tough. I mean, is it the angle, unless they want to go for Light's Aphelios, which has been so damn good recently. And of course, Xiaohu sees one of the strongest mid laners on the patch available, and it's going to just grab it up immediately, it seems. I don't see another angle at all, really. Unless Weiwei locks in the Rel. But they can also just willingly leave the Nico up for Xiaohu to lock in, because NRG are not picking Ignar Nico unless they really want to start cooking. I think you just answer jungle ADC here. And are they going for it for the 3rd time? It's worked twice for them so far. NRG, again, even as the 1 seed, they are up against a Titan compared to them. And they are going to lock in the Senna Kench for the 3rd time this tournament. My camera feels off. It's because... pissed. Hold on. There we go. Sorry. It felt weird. I have a thing on it, and it just was off center. It was annoying me. And this is just going to... Yep. They're just waiting for Xiaohu. They wanted to lock their jungle before NRG had a chance to steal away the Rel. since if they locked in Nico, Rel would probably be taken away. And this does seem... this does seem it's going to be the Rel jungle, maybe? With the Vi band away, which is something they could have... the unkillable Demon Prince. That is honestly adorable. I think they could have took it for Weiwei here. Nocturne band away. So this still could go support. Actually, it works really well with Aphelios, just giving him so much ability to just have separation with the Magnet Storm. I mean, the Magnet Storm just creates so much, not even pressure, it creates so much spacing for Light to work with that it's just so hard to work around it without flashing or using a dash out, which, with how it works, none of these characters have dashes besides Ignar, and Ignar is a channel, so he can't escape it because he's constantly getting pulled, which I do believe counts as displacement and cancels his Abyssal Voyage. Jack's taken away from Dokla. It's his thing. And, I mean, I'm just terrified. Gnar banned away. So this does look like it's going to be a Cassante Renekton match here. And it will be, yep, Cassante for the Shy, and I'm assuming... Oh, no, not the Gwen. The Gwen's been going terribly. Oh, wait, wrong team. This isn't Lehens. I'd be very shocked if they pulled out a Singed here, because Singed is a terrible pro play champion. Pretty much always. It'd be funny, though. Ooh. What is it going to be? The Viego Wukong hovers. And... did they... I think they locked in. And it will be. Okay, so it was probably an error. And instant lock-in of the Renekton, obviously. No surprises there at all. Really, with the Cassante taken and the Jax off the table. And Crisp, it will be a Rel jungle as Crisp goes onto the Milio. Oof. And Weibo have been one of the teams that have been more than willing to go against the grain here. Not even go against the grain, but just not draft engage as often. C9. No, it's not C9. It's NRG. And you see the surprising amount of fans here for NRG. As all of the fans who have traveled from North America have transferred over to NRG, because when it comes to this, you've kind of reached the point where it doesn't matter. Your allegiances fall to the side because your region hasn't been here, hasn't been very far in a long time. Meanwhile, Weibo Gaming have none of the roster that made it to the World's Finals as Suning, which is funny to me. But, yep, there's the trophy now. We've made it to knockouts. The Summoner, I don't even know what it's called. It's not the Summoner's Cup anymore. But it is the World Championship trophy, of course. Now, it's going to be really, what is this Senekench going to be able to do? Because they're going to get, they're going to be pretty, it's going to be pretty tough in lane against this Milio and Aphelios. Kench is not really going to be able to step up as easily, and it's going to be a concern. But NRG, if there's any team to have faith in, as Kobe said, the faithful shall be rewarded, and this is pretty much exactly old the last CLG roster. So, plan change. We want semifinals. The Weibo fans are like, wait, we can make it past quarters? Oh, damn. And NRG Weibo Gaming, we're into game 1. Let's go. The first game of at least 3 today, and the first of many for the playoffs. Let's go. Let's go. This is an absolute W. I'm so happy. I'm not even joking. I'm so goddamn happy, actually. And Dokla and the Shine just staring each other down. Sorry, I'm doing something really quick. And Weiwei just going to solo this buff with the W. I mean, NRG is just really going to be difficult. The Shy juked. Dokla jukes it. There it is. Hold on. Just doing something really quick. Sorry. Man, Carson was on this roster. That's crazy. Not anymore. And now spotted out going to his Raptors here, but Contracts also spotted out on his. So both sides know where the junglers are and are just kind of playing it safe for the most part. Uh-oh. I had to go do something. Oops. And now, I mean, I don't really have much to say here. It's on a backup guy, or a guy to kind of just do other talking points. I ain't got much. The hell? I'll fill that later. Uh-oh, Weiwei coming in from behind the flash. Isn't going to hit anybody. The crash down gets canceled by Ignar's Abyssal Voyage. And now it's their turn to run around and, well, turn around and run. And Ignar actually saves that play from continuing further, which is insane. And Palafox taking a ton of damage, which isn't really shocking into this matchup. And now Contracts wants to answer the call. He wants to answer he wants to answer Weiwei's mostly his challenge. And Contracts coming in now. A nice ruthless predator. They want the flash out. But the Shy runs under the turret. And the flash for the kill. But he's going to get traded back. But Contracts first blood for NRG. And the Shy does get his kill back. But what a setup there. 2 flashes burned by NRG, though, in exchange. First blood, is it worth it? Because now the Shy has full flash advantage. Dokla can't run from him. Going to land the stun. And now the Q3 coming through for the Shy. If he lands it, Dokla's probably a corpse. Not going to land it. The dice used to dodge. And he's just going to chase Dokla down to get these extra stacks. And Dokla going to reach level 5. But that doesn't mean much when your health is at half. But you do have a wave coming, actually. So you can keep this going. Now Contracts. He's going to get spotted out here in the tri-brush. Oh, he walked the other way. But now they know he's on his Raptors instead, and this is just really good warding from Weibo Gaming, pretty much to just have everything set up. The first dragon spawn. Woo! This is actually really big deals. Palafox is back going to be canceled again. That's delaying everything. Ignar is going to get rooted up by Light. But FBI is fine. Dokla Phage finished. It's going to be healing. And Crisp just resets that ward. Perfect. And now, the Shy just babysitting this wave perfectly. Here comes Contracts, though. Trying to break it. He wants to break this freeze for his top laner. But Dokla's going under the turret. The Shy is going to be able to... Dokla's going to be able to get out of there with just a simple slice. And they know something's up. Uh-oh, Dokla, you might have gone a bit too far. But now the stun landed onto Weiwei. Good blocking there. And now the Shy's going to be able to just walk away. And there's still an ultimate available for Dokla. And good plays from both parties, actually. Just the ability that keeping that all out active kept or gave gave the Shy so much time to wait for a rotation. Just Weiwei had so much time to make it over there because of the all out. Just the threat of that damage was able to stop him. And now look at this play set up by Weibo Gaming. Pop Blossom, there's no flash. On contract, the crashdown comes through. It's not going to land, but the Q will, and now Xiaohu is running away. And Palafox has the ability to keep this going. Xiaohu gets shockwaved. Will hit the Tangle Barbs and the Blooming Burst, but the Q, the attack dissonance will secure the kill onto the mid laner, and Palafox Ignar just running away with FBI and letting it happen. And 1 for 1. Palafox makes a good play there, actually, to get that gold off of Xiaohu. Steal this. Or not steal this. They're going to take this dragon. They're going to beat up Weiwei for his souls. And still a 600 gold lead for NRG. This is the best opportunity they've had, this team. I mean, this is already an improvement. The last time they faced Weibo, they got absolutely decimated. So this is an improvement. No. Flash. The crashdown does not land. The Q does. The Shattering Strike lands, so that's what kills him. And then Weiwei just able to get out here. They're trying so hard to hit everything, but Ignar, I don't think it had another Q available. And so Weibo do get the better of them in that situation. Contracts is walking forwards now. Gets stunned. The Shy able to just use the Pathmaker to get away. And so Tokla just not using this Dominus. Doesn't need to. Weiwei gets stunned up here, actually. That's going to be a good chunk. And now he's fully stacked on that Conqueror. And ultis are available on both sides here. Palafox just about to get his ultimate up. Setting it up. The Pop Blossom is going to get flashed away from. The Dawning Shadow is huge. Contracts forces the flash out of Weiwei. Where is the Shockwave? Palafox has no mana, and he's going to get nothing out of that. Contracts go so low. Xiaohu hitting the passive autos is insane. And Weibo almost turned the entire fight over. It started so well for NRG, and then Weibo recontrol. But then flash for flash on the jungles. Weibo Light is just going to sit down here, get some platings. And so this is insane. This is so much better than the last time these two teams faced off by far. Dear God. And they're just going to start it up again. Contracts is just going to start it up. Doesn't spot the ward, but Dokla's coming down. Now Xiaohu's here. Weiwei's on the way. Weibo can't answer this. Weiwei doesn't have smite, though. But he has the upgraded smite coming over. Weiwei not going to get it, and he's going to get locked down. He's going to be able to crash down over the wall, but now Dokla chasing over. Should have the dice to get out. Oh, but he's just going to go into Dominus, and now he's running so far forward. Palafox flashes. Is he going to be able to secure the kill just yet? But now he will secure the kill onto Weiwei. And Dokla is just beating up the Shy, getting all outed and doesn't care. And NRG go 2 for nothing with a Rift Herald. Massive fight win there for NRG. And that is the control they wanted. Ignar going to be able to get away from the Dusk Wave there so he doesn't drop dead. Weiwei just jumps in. Just burns it, really. Just jumps in there without any care, really. And that's what's going to kill him. And now... Does Palafox even use his ultimate? He does. Oh, he doesn't have it. I thought he had it. And then Dokla. Oh, never mind. We have a fight going on down in bot lane, as it turns out. Now, this is really good for... Yeah, I mean, Dagda's saying it, but look at Palafox. So much advantage here. 2 kill, and there it is. 2 kills right now is getting LCS barely. 3 stacks on the Dark Seal is going to be pretty useless, but we hope. And now Dokla gets pushed around a little bit. The Shy not going to land the Q3. Hold on, I gotta hear. Where's I just gotta hear the voice line. There you go. Sorry, I have a Felice's page open. I just wanted to hear Caliber. I just like it. Goo gone. Oh, my nose itches. This is a problem. And where is this angle? Drake up in 8. Teleports down on the Shy, though. Teleport unavailable for the Shy. Available for Dokla. Everyone else is already here. So Xiaohu's teleport and Palafox's teleports don't matter. They already are here. So, oh, that's going to land on the Crisp. Way away. Going to just have to walk away, and FBI already doing so much damage. It's just so unbeatable. Dokla is just getting the smackdown under the tier 1. He's just going to trade it all back onto the Shy. Doesn't care. Rift Herald summoned by contracts to draw further pressure into this mid lane and get some money onto Palafox as well, which is nice. Always nice. And they're just going to start this Drake up. It's going to be really difficult to really recontest this if Weibo is thinking about it. But this will be Drake stacking available for both sides now. A bit slower Drake stacking. Weiwei gets spotted. Was trying to set up for maybe a catch out in lane, but could not make it in time. FBI spots the play before it happens, but they're going to just go for it. Just going to do it anyways. They know if FBI walks up too far, but actually finds Weiwei specifically with the root, that is hilarious. And now Weibo trying to force a play here. They said in the oh my goodness, so much damage. Light. The chakrams are huge. The chakram with the fired up passive is just insane. Unstoppable. And Dokla, most gold in the game, but Palafox and Light quick behind him. But you see where FBI is. FBI needs to get up there because he's about 1,400 gold behind his opponent. Oh, and Weiwei is going to get spotted out here. Are NRG going to think this is their final stand? NRG have the ability to stand this if they really want to. Palafox is coming. They will just give up the first turret, though. Weibo, don't overcommit on the dive. They didn't see contracts coming in. Actually, they did, apparently. But they did see Palafox coming in, so they decided it's the best idea to not push this, or else we risk just getting absolutely smacked by a shockwave. Dokla has a level lead on the Shy. I don't know if he's going to push it to really do much of anything. Weiwei spotted out, obviously, on that control word, and he knows. So he's just going to back up. Palafox is top lane now. And now they send Palafox top. I think they're going to send Dokla bot. Does seem like Dokla's heading bot lane so that FBI and Ignar can get access to mid farm and safety. And it's exactly what's happening as you see Dokla recalling. And you see the goal difference does suck. Because now, I mean, they're ahead everywhere else but the ADC role, which kind of makes sense because FBI is not farming. So it's going to be the flamethrower. Look at that damage. Half of FBI's health is already gone. Oh, ow. Light is an absolute monster with those shots, though. Tangle Barb and Blooming Purse dodged. So clean. FBI is just dangerous. Xiaohu spotted out. Xiaohu jumping in, too. Going to try to just kill. Not going to happen. Contracts has to back up for the second Rift Herald. All of Weibo are up here, except for the Shy, but he has teleport, so it's okay. Ignar just going to tank the damage from Crisp. And back to lane. They go. Contracts coming up. Xiaohu forced to flash. And that's just so good from NRG. Because that stun lands, it is absolutely over for Xiaohu. That's so much damage. And now Contracts, Rift Herald available. Where is Weiwei? Weiwei's in mid. So they're going to come up here. Obviously spotted out. But Palafox is here. No Shockwave. They have the ultimate for Xiaohu. It's going to be smited away by Contracts. And now, backing up, NRG able to just leave. And again, NRG find the angle. And now, Weibo will trade the mid turret, so it's something. But NRG can just answer with the turret of their own. And Palafox is answering already with a top turret. So NRG just winning across the map right now, minus a singular turret, or a pair of turrets at this point. Besides a pair of turrets, they are just winning across the map, it seems. Or not even, it seems, just are. And they are just going to try and get the they're going to get one and hopefully two charges off. It's going to be difficult. They will not get the second charge unless... Nope. They were able to move away from it. Xiaohu going to spot out everybody. Or at least be a threat. No Drake coming through from NRG just yet. That Scuttle vision is going to be damaging. NRG just need to be very, very careful here. They can't just walk into Weiwei and Light still, because if they walk into Weiwei and Light, it is absolutely over. And they're, yep, just giving Drake over. They're going for this tier 2, or well, tier 1 in top lane, and yeah, Light is going to be able to just delete that turret with the help of the Shy's Demolish. And now the tier 2 is in danger. It's just Dokla against 4 members of Weibo, and I don't think it's going to work out. They're going to be able to get almost 3/4 of its health through sheer force. Palafox answers on the bot side, and now all of NRG are here. Where is the 5th member of NRG? Xiaohu's just answering waves. Meanwhile, they're just going to secure the turret. They have to back up. Dokla gets half health, and Weibo get both top tier 2, or both top turrets, and push to the base. Crisp was on vision. Dokla just walking forwards, going to land the stun on to the Shy. The heal coming out from Crisp. They will just be able to run away here. And are they angling it? Are they chasing this? NRG really want this, and Palafox is leaving. FBI, walking a bit too far forwards. Not Xiaohu, buddy. Contracts finds the clone, which is not ideal. But NRG will at least get vision control. There is teleport ward. There is a ward behind them for teleporting. So that's not good. Stormrazor finished. Is he going to not Rage Blade? Oh, he would have Rage Knife. I'm dumb. Contracts steals away the red buff and just runs away with the smite buff. Light forced to flash, and they burn 2 ultimates there. Ignar forced to flash in response. And NRG, not the worst play. Flash off of the ADC is a bit more valuable than the flash off of a support, which especially when the support is Kench. So well played for NRG there. Getting a pick, or not even a pick, just getting a massive summoner, which feels like more of a Weibo thing, more of an LPL thing. Ignar might be walking a bit too far forward, though. Now the teleport coming in from the Shy. And Xiaohu, and now Contracts has to run away. Palafox is being introduced to Xiaohu. And NRG have overstepped massively as Palafox has to run away from the Shy, but the Q3 is going to land it. It's a shutdown onto the Shy. And Weibo Gaming find the angle, and they win the fight. They bait them in, and now it's insanely dangerous here. For NRG, Weibo have found the weakness of NRG. Dokla is trying his hardest to stay alive with the Dominus. Contracts is getting pushed away by the Tangle Barbs and the Bursting Bloom. FBI is doing a good chunk of damage here. FBI, they will stop the Baron at least. And now NRG, all of Weibo need to reset, and they're going to go for the Baron themselves now. But they're coming back, but they're so low health, they need to be so careful. Palafox has ultimate. Dawning Shadows coming back up now. They just need to jump the wall and smite. Weiwei, not going to get shockwaved, but he's going to get stunned up by the Ruthless Predator, and Dokla will bodyguard, and NRG get the Baron. And massive recovery there. They lose 2, and they still manage to just stop the Baron and get it themselves. But this is kind of the overextension here. A massive overextension by NRG here. Ignar just caught out. And then Weiwei, massive combo. Palafox will escape here, actually. Palafox does escape. 2 perfect on the blast cone. Palafox escaped until he did. And a bit of an oopsies until they did solve the problem. 98 stacks. Come on, get the 100th here, FBI. Ooh. And NRG, they need to be able to push this advantage, but they don't have much advantage outside of the Baron itself. They have no... Weibo have no vision, though, and this Drake is available. They are going to be able to go and fight it. Dokla doesn't have teleport, so he's going to have to actually walk back, but that's what he wants. He wants a flank angle here. Weibo out of the river. And now they're going back into it, actually. They're really, really suspicious. FBI backing. Only needs a control ward. That's really it. And now Weiwei starting it. Dokla, separated from his team, is going to be able to slice and dice away, though. Xiaohu is caught out. They're just going to give the Drake over, though they know better than to fight after FBI just leaves. FBI's back. Hi, FBI. It just wasn't worth sticking around. It's only it would have been sole point, but if you're 2-2, Drake stacking is not a massive deal anymore, and it is Chemtech. So if you're not willing to throw away your entire team for a Chemtech third Drake, you're probably, honestly, it's not worth doing. If you're not really excited for the soul, don't risk it, and NRG will just hand it over perfectly fine. Nico, Xiaohu. I mean, this Nico has just proven so strong throughout the tournament already. And Xiaohu getting his hands on it, he's already proven extremely, I mean, beyond proficient at it. And now NRG still are in control for the time being. But we'll just have to we'll have to seed control as the Baron buff wears off. They are 2,000 gold ahead, which is impressive because honestly, again, no one thought they'd be here, but Xiaohu has found contracts And he's been baited. He doesn't have anything left if Xiaohu wanted to go there. Forced out the Heartbreaker. Honestly, if Xiaohu wanted to pull the trigger, he could have. I don't know if he would have won the fight, but he could have pulled the trigger. Did miss Protobelt. Didn't have it available, so. But again, we're going to call back to the primer for today, actually. If you saw, I think I did reference the primer. The primer did mention one thing. NRG's strength is team fighting. And as, I believe it was Xiaohu who said, don't even bring up that strength against the LPL because, yeah, it's a completely fair thing. The LPL are the kings of team fighting. So it makes perfect sense to say your strength is not even something that we need to point out that we can do because we, like, everybody knows we team fight. You don't even need to point out that you can team fight because we just do it. Oh, Xiaohu blew it. Blew the combo. It's been a very low kill game, which is not something you would have expected after the Billy series and the Fnatic series. Oh my god. Those teams, Fnatic and Weibo, went at each other like they hated each other, and it was awesome. And now a minute till the Baron. NRG already setting up to get control here. And 3 items on the Aphelios. Still only 1 on the Senna, but you don't pick Senna for item scaling. You pick item for soul scaling. NRG are just playing so well, though, at the moment. It's actually kind of weird. Ooh. Oh boy. FBI. Jukes out way there. Good job. To survive for the time being. Contracts just clearing out vision. And now Palafox is coming. Does have the cat. It does have the spooky hat available if he does want to back for it. Oh, but Xiaohu's clone going to spot him out. And they will take control from NRG here. They need to be very careful not to overstep. Is if they overstep, they could be looking at the end of this fight before it even starts. Xiaohu tried to go on the flank, but they immediately spotted out. FBI and Ignar backing up. Just respecting the ability that Weibo could really come from anywhere at this position because they have the full control due to that turret falling and the wave being on their side of the map. And are they just going to go for it? No, not yet. They're looking for it, though. And there it is. There it is. The call for Baron. They need to really get this quick. They need to blow it up, and they have red-white. The red-white, they are ready to fight. There's no vision. Still for NRG. They can't see the pit. And Contracts just playing in the shadows where the scoundrels hide. And now they're turning the angle. And Contracts gets locked down. The flash from Zhao, who gets nobody. But the Shy is just jumping onto NRG. But a good... Oh, they're going to turn onto the all-out from Dokla. He's going to be able to run away for the time being. He's getting chased down. Doesn't have any way to run. Forces the flash out now. And Weibo are just waiting. But the Shy gets caught out by the Shockwave. And Palafox secures the first actual kill. And not CLG. I wish it was CLG. But NRG have done another Baron stop. Another successful stop of the Baron. It's going to be a full reset, and Dokla's actually going to cut them off here. This could be huge from NRG if they could find the angle, because Palafox is here. It has so much damage with his death cap, but Ignar's going to fall. Contracts goes insanely low, but Dokla's going to trade it back on to Xiaohu, and NRG continue to run. Palafox nowhere to go, but there's so much damage on Weibo if he decides to stare them down. Dokla's coming in to back up his mid laner, though. So he will be able to get them out. But Weibo, They have Aphelios. They have green-white Aphelios. They could just start this Baron, no questions. NRG, they know. Teleport coming in from Doka. Chris already so low. The Shy gets a massive stun onto FBI, and there's no flash on the Senna. The stun is, or the smite is successful. Weiwei going to go low. But Weibo have full control. They get the Baron. And they need to run. NRG tried so hard, but Weibo found the angle in the end. They found the fight they wanted. And now NRG hand over the Baron. The gold lead is basically closed back to 1,000. FBI gets caught out here. Wasn't expecting the Shy's teleport to come in. So, I guess, I don't know why he wasn't expecting the Shy's teleport. Also, they're getting the Drake. But when the Shy successfully landed, or channeled his teleport, he just was in such a bad spot. He had to bail. There was no position for FBI besides flashing it. He didn't have that. And now, the Drake or soul point for Weibo, NRG, they lost a little bit of the control they had over this game, and Weibo are perfectly capable of ripping it from them and will be more than happy to just take it away. Oh, my lip is so, yeah. So, there. And turret immediately goes down. Xiaohu is teleporting in. They're going to use this Baron buff to its full potential to just get as much of these turrets as they can. Weibo's just going to be able to run forward as this turret falls again. Tier 3, and they're into the base now. Nexus exposed for NRG. And they're just going to go to bot lane. The Shy already fighting with Dokla, and the minions are going to finish the job for Weibo. And now 2 inhibs exposed. They're fighting on 2 different fronts, though. It is so difficult. The Shy has so many resistances. It's so hard to shred through him. And the Shy just going to jump at Dokla for a short trade. And everyone from NRG is backing, like, they have to give space here. Weibo have 20 more seconds with the Baron. They have 2 cannons here. They can keep this going. But it's really going to be difficult to, because they're thinning out these waves successfully. And like going to force to use the cleanse. But is he going to be able to enough to stop them? They have another wave coming in. They can keep this going again. Only going to land the root onto Weiwei. The light just playing so far back. Gun is out. Has a ton of chakrams. And now Weibo have done the damage. They've determined they can leave. They have obliterated NRG's base. 2 turrets and 2 inhibitors down for NRG. This is going to be so hard to contest because in the next 4 minutes, which is when their first inhib's going to respawn, there are 2 major objective fights happening at the exact same time. Chemtech Soul and Baron will spawn, and NRG are going to have to stop the Soul or stop the Baron, one of the 2. And I don't know if there's a correct answer. It's just going to be so difficult to pick a point out for NRG because you don't want to hand over the Soul. Yes, it is the weakest Soul, but it is still a Drake Soul, and it is designed to end games. But there's also the Baron, and it's going to be second Baron, so it's also designed to end games. Not like Elder. Elder is just, oh my goodness. If you piss the game off enough to spawn 3 Elders, you've done something wrong. Contract's just running. And there's no vision available. They just can't get anything going. There's no way they can get vision control. Xiaohu has sweeper. Weiwei has sweeper. The Shy has sweeper. Contract's going to get kicked in the head by Crisp, who also has a sweeper. And so there's 4 sweepers and 2 control wards available for Weibo Gaming. They could just deny all the vision they want. NRG also have sweepers, but they can't push their vision line up. They have no control. So the second they push their vision line up, Weibo are just going to take it right back with their complete control of the map. And now we're in the minute spawn ranges, or the 50-second ranges for both of these objectives. And you can see the Shy positioning towards this bot side while Weibo positioning up at the top river, but can switch pretty quickly. And now NRG have to make up their minds on a situation that is not going to be pretty. Weibo hiding over the wall. Actually, if FBI gets caught out here, it's over. And Weibo just get the back up. That slow from FBI is a bit too strong. And now they're going to run forward. Contracts just misses the stun. Good speed up there by Crisp to keep Light alive. He still doesn't have cleanse, and there's no Mikhails out yet if Crisp is going that angle. And Xiaohu and Weibo walking at each other, and it's going to be so hard to see. The Shy jumping out of Contracts, or Contracts, I guess, jumping onto the Shy, but the Shy is level 18. He has so many resistances. Dokla is trying to find someone. He's going to find Light, and now all of NRG are just... Weibo is just blowing him up. It's a 4v1, and the Shy's barely taking anything in a 4v1. And a massive health trade there for Weibo. And they're just going to have to give this up. They're just going to have to take the Drake and say, okay, this is what we got. And they need to burst this. Do they have the time to get this? Because Weibo are just looking to go mid, and the Shy is just looking to stop you from going in and getting back. And now the teleport coming in from the Shy. Dokla will be back here. But the Shy with his demolish, is he going to go for an all-out? He doesn't have Q3 quite yet. The first turret will fall, though. Weibo gets the crash down onto Palafox. Palafox has no answer. Dokla jumps onto Light. A nice combo, but just going to live with the cozy campfire. And now... Contracts falls. Dokla is still recovering from his initial death as Palafox will fall, and so will Dokla. And then the Nexus follows. Weibo Gaming come back to win game 1. And a massive come from behind victory after trailing for so long. Or not even for so long, but after surrendering the first Baron, NRG will falter, and Weibo Gaming do what they do best. Team fight their way to victory as they find the 2 team fights they need and a Baron buff, 2 Baron buffs along the way. And so, with that, Weibo take game 1, but this is not for elimination just yet. Remember, these are best of 5s because best of 3s just aren't good enough to cut it for the knockout. So we will be back to see if Weibo take a stranglehold on this series or if NRG have the fight in them to tie it up. And we are back as Weibo lead 1-0 over NRG in the first match of the quarterfinals. And we saw it go back and forth. That was a really back and forth game. NRG really seemed like they were going to be able to take the lead for quite a while and actually close it out, but they just never did. They weren't really able to do it in the end. And Weibo found a big Baron fight, and then just were able to take that pressure, almost end the game, and then just gain full map control and leave NRG in the darkness. So it was really tough because Weibo did not look very hot for a while, and then found the exact fights they wanted, as it seems to be a trend for Weibo Gaming. They know how to set up a team fight like no one's business. And so, now we head into the draft. Weibo, NRG game 2, as NRG pick to go back to the blue side. And same bans. The exact same bans. Like, exact same bans. Not even a question. And Dokla just insta-locks. Dokla doesn't even toy around. Just insta-locks the Orianna. And you can tell that, yeah, And Light just drafts the same thing. And Weiwei drafts the same thing. And you could see that this is no longer the fun, silly NRG or not even the fun, silly, but the lighthearted NRG, maybe not as much, as Dokla doesn't take his time to do his silly hovers, as we see Vi and Cassante immediately locked in. And this is just a lightning speed draft. This is probably the fastest draft of the tournament. But for Weibo, they get the exact same team comp again. Just Weibo handed over the same exact comp to themselves. I mean, they gave over the Orianna, but they are fine with Jahu playing into the Orianna, clearly. Lost the early game and dominated the late game as a playmaker for his team. And now Cassante on the side of Dokla instead of the Shy. So what are the bans? It's either top lane bans or, I mean, support bans. They don't want to face the Senna Kench. It was very strong in the early game, or not even in the early, comparatively to Aphelios. It was impossible to beat, I guess. But it was just painful. It got to a point where it was really hard to make space, and it was hard to catch people out because you couldn't see them. Gnar banned away, shockingly. I think the Shy is going to get another ban thrown his way, and the Jacks are Renekton. And it's going to be Ziggs taken away from FBI. Into Aphelios, they want those long-range characters gone. They know FBI won't pick the Caitlyn, so they're not even going to worry about it. And what is the last ban of this draft? Because for NRG, it probably is going to be another top laner. Because I don't think there's much you can get rid of that's going to dampen Crisp's pool very hard. And it's going to be the Viego taken away, actually. They don't want this Rel going into the bot lane. Which is very smart from Weibo Gaming. They'd rather leave it in the jungle. And it will be the Aatrox. The Shy does love him. Some Aatrox. Won a world champion. Or won a world championship on that champion 5 years ago. Has played it plenty of times into the Cassante specifically. And FBI will be taking advantage of the not banned of the various not banned powerful ADCs. And it's going to be the Kai'Sa with Ignar's Alistar. And I like this. I love Senna Kench. I love their willingness to go off the, to go very off meta with it. But it is just, I think this is a bit stronger or a bit more of a consistent position for them than the Senna Kench, because Senna Kench really does require Senna to get a little fed in the early game, and just if you're playing into an Aphelios, it's going to be really, you're playing into Aphelios Milio, it's going to be really hard, and if you're playing into Aphelios Lulu even, but it is going to be the Milio locked in again, and almost the exact same comp, just with an Aatrox instead of the Cassante, since you couldn't pick the Cassante in the first place. And I do think NRG, they have significantly improved their draft, but I do think Weibo still have the better draft here. I just think that, yeah, I just think into this very well-known Enchanter play. Like, Crisp has had zero fear busting out the Enchanters at this tournament. I mean, we've seen Chris bust out this Milio multiple times. We've seen him play Renata multiple times. I'm pretty sure is he the Lulu player from this tournament? There's only one Lulu pick, and I can't remember who locked it in. And I'm so upset about that, because, like, I cannot remember who locked in the Lulu. But still. I'm just going to go check something really quick, because now I'm really confused. Sorry. And I'm just going to hit this. Okay. There it is. I was too lazy to make a thumbnail. That's hilarious. Way too lazy to make one. Of course I was. Okay. Anyways. Sorry, I was just checking something. But now, I mean, I do think NRG are in a better position with his bot lane, but Weibo just in general are still in a great position as we get into game number 2. And I'm hoping for another close one, even if it's going to end up being a 3-0 for Weibo, which I honestly think it will be, but who knows. NRG, a team full of surprises. I just hope that we have more games like game 1, close and actually intense, and it felt like something was happening. And you hear the Weibo fans. Actually, is that NRG? I'm impressed. I was not expecting an NRG chant, I believe that was. But Weibo fans, of course, numerous because of Xiaohu and the Shy. They have massive fan bases, and signing those two was a massive boost in popularity to an already kind of cult favorite team. And Dokla, Palafox. Dokla actually escorting Palafox, really, so he can get the ward. And no one spotted out just yet, but the Shy is just about to spot out this Cassante. And Weiwei starts enemy Raptors. I didn't even notice that until now. And Weiwei just going to be so strong. Doesn't even have... Contracts just has to flash away from his own jungle. And now it's just over. Weiwei has full control here. And this is what we saw Weibo do against them game 1. And, with this wave state, I don't think they're going to get a dive here, but they are going to steal away the red buff now. And this is just going to be a vertical jungle game. They can't invade this red side either. Oh. This is just going to be impossible. And Weiwei's coming in. Weibo have perfectly timed this. And Weiwei's going to stop the wave from coming in too for a little bit. And level 1s. They're going to get the level 2 just in time. Weiwei doesn't actually land the Q. The Shattering Strike will miss, so FBI gets to live. And now Weiwei going to steal away the red at least. And now, I mean... just absolutely hoping they survive this. The Shy is just going to go check on this Scuttle Crab and find it. And now it's warded, but I don't think Contracts is going to care too much. Dokla is smart enough to not get too close to the edge there. And now Contracts coming up topside. Doesn't land the Q3, but there's no dash from the Shy. Nice combo. The Shy going to have to flash here. Contracts with the moves to keep himself from getting juggled by the Shy as well. So, all things considered, Contracts trying to recover, and it's going to be very difficult. As Weiwei just going to kill these on respawn, indeed. Just on respawn. Contracts spotted out on the Scuttle Crab. So, Weibo just continuing to punish the jungler of NRG. And they're coming back, but now they know they're here, so it's not the same. And they can really figure this out if they want. Misses again. And now Weiwei's going insanely low. And just... it is so low. They will have a CS lead, indeed, Dacta. But... I mean, it's not like they're missing much of anything. It's not like Weiwei's missing much of anything, so I can't really talk. Like, Contracts is stuck playing catch-up, and Weiwei only has Wolves up. Oh, and Raptors, but he expected those to be gone anyway, so it's not that much. And FBI and Crisp are emoting at each other. Always nice to see. They're just going to keep trying to punish Contract. I mean, they can't anymore since Contracts is back on the map. Spotted out. Oh, they do have a small ward. And now Ignar is just going to be dead here. Crash down. Gravitum. All the above. First blood to Crisp. They just take him out. They've been controlling this bot lane so well. Uh-oh. Oh, and Crisp immediately forced to flash out. Contracts. Going to get Gravitum. A nice Gravitum, or nice position, not positioning. Good timings there by Light to root both without having to waste time autoing. Without having to waste time autoing. There we go. And World Ender in exchange for All Out. It is perfectly fine. Nothing will happen. While the kill does go over to Crisp, that's still just valuable to get money onto your ADC. Especially denying Alistar level is massive because Alistar's level 6 is a massive power spike. Like on par with his 3, pretty much. Even stronger than his 3 because he just is so tanky after that. And now, yeah, they're just going to give over the dragon. There's no control. Bot is completely pushed in and underpowered here. Palafox is honestly in a position to rotate, but he just can't. Contracts is so far behind, it's just impossible. Is it... What is the angle they're looking for here? Is Contracts not walking quite enough forward, but now shows on vision. Now they can't do much of anything. Weiwei's coming back. Weiwei coming back down. Is considering it. Xiaohu bails. Good clone to really shield himself. Oh, shoulder weirdness. It's just... NRG have been playing catch-up, and you could see it in the gold lead. 1,500. They're playing catch-up in bot lane and in jungle. It is so hard for them to really get anything going. Crisp is going to be spotted out here, though. Yeah, Crisp's ganks aren't going to be that great. He is a Milio. So, I don't believe he's going to have anything really crazy happen. And they're just going to walk over vision here to rotate to mid to answer Light and Crisp. Xiaohu's here. They don't know that. And now they know Xiaohu's here, obviously, because Xiaohu's leaving again. They're just going to give over the next objective. And Herald over to Weibo Gaming. And now they're looking to make it 2,000 gold as it's so close. Ignar doesn't really give a damn. Takes so much damage. He's backing already, so he didn't care. Oh, cannon drop. Minions. FBI jukes. And ulti available for Kai'Sa, but 10 CS. It's going to be, I'm pretty sure, closer to 7, but it will be 8 CS. Weibo just with this, yeah, with the pressure from this from the early jungling, we're just able to do so much. And I mean, into Alistar again. Alistar has consistently, he's good, but he's also the featured. Oh, I thought the featured matchup meant Weibo versus NRG. I was like, no, duh. They're the only two teams here today. Uh-oh. Palafox able to juke it out. There we go. But it is, oof, Weiwei just abusing that early game. And Alistar, as I was saying before, I got distracted by a bad joke. It's always going to see, it's a good champion, but as we've seen here at the World Championships, it's pretty much always seeded early game and lane It's always ceded lane to pretty much every other champion in the bot lane. It's just pain. It's just so painful to play into the current rotation of, I mean, in meta ADC, or not ADCs, into lands the Q3, doesn't have the Pathmaker, actually uses it to dodge, so sadly will not get the juggle on the Shy back into turret with the all-out combo. Will instead just settle for some damage. And spotted out. FBI can't really push forward. With this wave coming in, though, it's party time. A nice shockwave as they put it onto Contracts as he flies in from out of nowhere, but a massive pop blossom only onto Contracts, though, as the rest of everybody on NRG is running away, but the Shy is here to party. Dokla's not even close. FBI is going to secure the kill onto Xiaohu, but now they're running into the turret. And the Shy will secure the double kill as they were trying to run to escape the Aatrox. But you can't escape the world ender, baby. You can only delay the end of the world, not stop it. And Dokla's just farming. Yeah, he's just going to farm. And now the Shy is very strong on a champion he is insanely good at. And that is not a good thing. And this mid lane, Herald coming in. Light is about to get a cash injection of a lot. And now 2 platings. And TP from Dokla. They're going to try and find Crisp. Contracts doesn't have ulti. Palafox doesn't have ulti. Dokla can't do anything, and Weibo escaped the teleport play. They will secure the dragon with that pressure, though, as Weiwei actually could do whatever he wants, but Crisp needs to reset. Light is going to top lane right now to catch that wave, to push those waves in while the Shy comes back. And this is actually really good from NRG. But Xiaohu's here. And now there's this legend coming in. The Shy actually hits a minion with the Infernal Chains. I don't know how that hit, but it hit. And FBI just gives his life to Crisp instead. Knowing, and oh my goodness, Light shreds 2 plates by himself. Chakrams are insane, dude. And now 3 of Weibo are here to introduce themselves to Big Dokes. And this is more of what people were expecting coming into today. An absolute smackdown by Weibo Gaming as they are just in the driver's seat. They are everywhere on this map. Kraken Slayer is going to be tearing through everybody. I mean, Crisp is 2-0-3. He's an absolute beast on this Milio, which is a sentence I would not expect to have a Milio on, or have applied to Milio, but he is a gold lead. Not a gold lead only, but he also has a shutdown. He's a bounty on him. He's Milio. And now the Shy just setting up to deny waves again. He's continuing to just ruin the day of NRG. Oh my goodness. It's only 3k gold lead, but it feels worse. They want this Rift Herald, and they will get it. They push in the wave successfully. They don't know there's vision on them, though. But Dokla's here. It's going to be on Weibo to walk into this, and they kind of know what's going on, but do they even want to? Is the better question, I guess. And they're just going to give it over. There's no chance of contesting it. So Herald given over. They don't really care. If they get a single turn off of it, it's not the end of the world as long as they can... As long as they have the Aphelios pushing in this mid lane, they don't really care. Also, the Shy should actually be able to get this. Yeah, the Shy has this, right? This wave coming in. He can just tank this, though. Yeah. First turret down, so they don't even... And the benefits of having a Herald with 0 turrets down is meaningless. As they also get first Herald, or first turret without the Herald. Now FBI evolves with the Storm Razor. And second turret's going to fall. And now Weibo, 4,000 gold ahead. They're just going crazy. Contract's looking for an overstep here. And there's going to be a dive onto Jiahu here. Nope, wave's already gone. Jiahu shreds that wave to bits. And just denies them the ability to go. Now Weibo are just firmly in control. There's just nothing NRG can do on the map right now to answer their plays. They don't have the money to. They don't have the positioning to. They don't have the vision to make the plays. Just brutal for NRG right now. Herald's going down, though. So they're going to get this turret. Tier 1 will fall in top lane. Don't think they're going to be able to push much further with Weiwei here. And Jiahu here with ultimate. They're just going to leave it. They're just going to let the Herald die. And the shot. Oh my god, look at that health bar already. Starax Gore Drinker is disgusting. Weiwei going to land the Shattering Strike onto Ignar. Ignar trying to escape, but he's just taking so much damage. Forced to use the Unbreakable Wheel, but that doesn't even get him out of there. Oh, no. And Weibo going to just get this Drake for free. There's no chance in hell I see an angle NRG get this. It's going to be really hard for NRG to find a fight with just how little anything they have. Man, this Drake is tanky. And what is? I'm just trying to find out what the fight angle for NRG would even be. Because I can't think of one. Besides, slap the ball onto the Orion or onto the Vi or Cassante and hope for the best. Or Alistar. Alistar would also be a good one. Obviously, that's just really difficult to do. And Dokla caught out by the Shy now. Is the Shy going to be able to do anything to him? So far, Dokla losing the trade, but lands all of his stuff. Contracts is here, though. Contracts coming back down. Trying to bait here. And spotted out. Walks so far up, or walks a bit too far up, gets exposed, or gets found. And so, they're not going to be able to do anything. FBI just catching waves. Gale Force finish for Light now. He's so far ahead. it's just absolutely massive, and Weibo have no interest in backing off of them. Just no situation where I think Weibo are scared. And now, oh, my nose. It's a good thing on it. FBI finishes the Rage Blade. 20 CS down, which is just 20. Sorry, that was gross. 20 CS down, and it's just looking grim. I just struggle to see the angles, sadly. As much as I would love to see a situation where NRG can pull it back and the faithful will be rewarded, it's just so hard to find it. Because it's just, you gotta really hope for your wombo combo to go off. That's really it. Weibo do have a wombo combo, but they also have two very competent champions, even without it. But Light has so much damage. And Moonlight Vigil out forces the flash out of FBI. And now they're just going to turn onto Ignar. All alone, will be forced to flash as well. And only one chakram, actually, I forgot. And Ignar also out of there. Forced to flash. No unbreakable will burn, but NRG are in just painful position. And now Light is going to be able to throw the turret down and just get so many free autos. Dokla should be fine. And again, NRG barely stopped them from taking this. Just what can you do to fight this? I had to fight this monster. Light is only going to get scarier. So is FBI, but Light is a bit scarier. It's just so impossible. Xiaohu, anytime he wants, can just run into the enemy team, run into NRG, stun him up, and it's pain. I mean, Light has barely been a part of the game. He's just been farming. He's been chilling in the farm lanes with FBI, who's also mostly done. Has not had a chance to really get active in this game besides a handful, like 2 fights. Palafox gets his second item. It's time to Hopium for North America. And Xiaohu gets to become a ward. They're going to starting the Baron. Palafox is pretty much going to be this frontline with Dokla here. Or not frontline. Flash on to Ignar. It's going to only catch one, but Contracts gets all outed, and FBI is going to fall to Light. Ignar stuck on the wrong side of the wall. Weibo have the Shy flashing over to get Contracts. Double kill for Light. It's going to be on like a shutdown, but a killing spree for the Shy, and it's just 2 left. Dokla, can you dance? And Palafox and Dokla will get away, but at the cost of the rest of their team. And now the Shy and Light are menaces. Dokla coming back. There's no reason to be up here. Dokla, it is a free Baron for Weibo, but they're trying to do what they did the last time, but it's even weaker than before. Weiwei takes so much damage there. Dokla going to finally go all out, secure the kill. They might actually be able to turn this one back, but can you... And Dokla, welcome back to part 2 of Can You Dance? And he can, and they stop the Baron. Weibo cannot secure the Baron again? No way. 2 times. Look at the damage from Palafox. Look at the damage from Light and the Shy. It's crazy. And they're going to go. There's no jungle for Weibo, but they don't have the DPS that Weibo had, but they have a good amount of it still. Are they going to be able to get anything? Xiaohu teleporting in. They are going to secure the Baron, but Xiaohu finds 3, make it 4. A nice shockwave finds almost everybody on Weibo Gaming. Dokla running forwards, but it's already a double kill for Light. Dokla, show me your dance of death. And he falls to the Shy. It's a double kill for Light and the Shy each. And it's 4 for, like, 2, technically. It turns into like a 7 for 2 and a Baron. And Weibo don't get the Baron, but they get a pair of fights that gets them so much money. Look at Xiaohu. And FBI flies in and just gets, obliterated. Contracts also flies in. And almost gets obliterated, then gets obliterated. But then NRG do get something. And then they get the Baron. And then Xiaohu. My goodness, Xiaohu. All 4 members in the pit. Ignar's already a corpse on the floor by the time that lands. Light just survives here, which is crazy. And Contracts escapes with his life and the Baron buff. But what is the cost? NRG. There is a very feasible cost, and it's very tangible cost, and it's very bad for them. And now, trying to catch out Weiwei. Weiwei has nothing left to run from, but a nice, cozy campfire, and Radiant Virtue. Contracts is going so low. Ignar forced to flash away. FBI going to get jumped. Oh, going to jump away. Going to get rooted by the Gravenum. A nice dodge there by not Palafox, FBI. And Weibo almost dying. They still turn it. Dokla going to be able to escape for the time being, but the Tangle Barbs find him. The Shattering Strike, the crash down, and Light goes unstoppable. And Weibo continue to just bully NRG as they reach the negative 1,000 mark. It's not the lowest. I think we saw negative 2K or negative 3K at some point in the play-ins. What the heck fell out there? But Ignar already so low. Contracts and Ignar get hit by the Moonlight Vigil and barely survive it. And now the mid turret has fallen. Palafox is just getting run at. The Gale Force Duskwave is massive. And Light is making an example of NRG as he goes to dominate them. And Weibo knocking on the door at the end of the game, but they're going to be smart. They're going to wait up as Xiaohu takes this bot tier 2. They're just going to give. They're going to reset 13,000 gold for the Shy and Light. 23,000 damage, and Contracts might have bit off more than he could chew, but it will not survive, or will not result in a death. He just flashes away. But 25,000 damage from Light already, my goodness. Contracts jumps onto the Shy with FBI. FBI pops the Sterix, but can you run, FBI? You can, and it's going to be a shutdown for Contracts. Xiaohu chasing down FBI. The Pop Blossom comes out. It looks kind of funky, but Xiaohu secures the easiest kill of his career. And Weibo trade 1 for 1, but it's a good trade if you ask NRG, because it is a massive shutdown on to the jungler. And now FBI finishing off the Nashor's Tooth, going for the... I think he does have his upgrades. All of them. I believe so. I mean, they're going in. They're down 7,000 almost. And then Xiao is just a corpse. I really need to sneeze. Whew. Weibo will be perfectly fine with doing all that. In a minute on both objectives. Again, hey, we've seen this before. Baron or Soul Point, just like 7 minutes earlier than last time. They still haven't lost this mid-tier 1. It is impossible for NRG. They cannot. They are up against the brick wall, and Weibo is about to come and put them through it. Just what are NRG to do? What is the angle? Again, they just have to answer Weibo here. Weibo can pick whatever fight they want, and NRG just have to follow. The Shy gets caught out again. Doesn't have Sterix, I believe, but is going to keep trying to jump forwards. The World Ender, a nice combo, and now FBI jumps in, but he might have jumped in a bit too far as he's going to be jumped on by 2, and Xiaohu going to only ult Ignar. FBI secures the kill onto the Shy. Ignar is stuck in the middle of everybody, getting hit by so much damage. The Kraken Slayer secures the kill for Light, and Ignar is down. He goes godlike, and NRG will give over the Drake Soul. There's no chance they could steal this. Nope. Palafox doesn't even have a chance. Weibo Gaming are just destroying in Game 2. They saw how close Game 1 was and said never again, as they are shattering NRG's dreams. 17 seconds on the Shy. Contracts, who is even here to help you? Palafox is here. But the Baron just immediately is gone. Contracts gets so low. Dokla trying to find anybody. He's going to get Magnet Stormed. A nice Shockwave, possibly a nice flash, and he juggles 4 with the Q, actually, which is kind of impressive. But the Shy's just in the backlines fighting too. He's going to try and take down Contracts here. Contracts keeps the CC chain going, goes golden. FBI will not secure the kill again, and he's going to get stunned and die to Xiaohu. It's 2 times in a row. Ignar is just stuck in the CC chain. You got an unbreakable will, but you got a breakable mortal form, and it's a double kill for Xiaohu. And they're looking to march on to the Nexus. Dokla, you cannot do anything here. Palafox gets flash mount-umped. And now Contracts jumps in. Light goes legendary. The turrets are just falling, and Weibo Gaming don't even make it look like a challenge in Game 2. They're going to go for all the kills they want. Weibo will just march onto a 2-0 lead. Shut down onto Xiaohu, I guess. Palafox, can you stop the onslaught? No, you cannot. Light finishes the job, and Weibo 1 win away from top 4 already. And it's insane. Weibo Gaming are playing a fast. I mean, it's only been an hour in game time, which is crazy because it probably should be a little more. But Weibo Gaming are making it look easy. Just painfully easy. Just what on earth are you to do? Because NRG just don't look like they have much to do here. I just don't think they have an angle back into this game. Or back into the series at all. Because they've just looked lost after. Like Game 1, they had an angle. They just looked lost after they lost control. Game 2, they've looked entirely lost, and there's nothing Weibo have needed to worry about in Game 2. And so, with the backs against the wall, NRG not the changing rooms. They go to the green rooms, and they hope to find an answer, or an answer to Weibo's just demolishing, because otherwise, your season is over, and Weibo wouldn't care. They'll knock you out and advance to the quarterfinals, or to the semifinals. So, NRG, you got to find something, or else this will be a short BO5, as China just will flick you aside. They won't even sweep you. They'll flick you aside like a little bug on their shoulder. And welcome back to possibly the last game for NRG at this tournament, as they are down 2-0 against Weibo Gaming, and I don't even know. They need to find an answer, because Weibo take away Nico because they think that Palafox wants it, and Lights Aphelios banned away. NRG finally adapt. Meanwhile, Orianna banned away. Palafox has been playing pretty well. It's just, it hasn't converted to anything major. All of this advantage that Palafox has gotten on the Orianna, or the ability, goes away. And Dokla, my goodness, the story of this guy's Rumble is crazy. Before LCS Finals, 1 career game on the Rumble, spent all week before Finals grinding the Rumble practicing the Rumble, and now is probably one of the best Rumbles in the Western world. And meanwhile, oh, the detective on the case for Weibo Gaming, in the wise mystical tree locked in for Weiwei. I had to sneeze. Anyways, I really don't want Weibo to go out in a 3-0, but I do believe it's going to be a 3-0, and FBI drafting the weakest ADC in the pool. But Karma, whoa! What? Oh my god, this is going to be interesting. You know what? I take back what I said, FBI. It's cooking time. First Karma of the tournament, first Ezreal of the knockout stage, first Rumble of the knockout stage, first Caitlyn, first Maokai, first everything. And we're going to get Lux Caitlyn, as we saw last time. I believe it was not Weibo. It was actually Billy Gaming. The other Chinese... What? And we're going to see the Donger. Oh. And we're gonna see the Donger himself in this series. I mean, I wasn't expecting to see him at Worlds. He hasn't been meta in a year. And it was only with Ashe he was really meta. But now, a different... Oh my goodness. We're seeing the other strength of Heimerdinger. Originally, it was just insane. He provided insane push and pressure. But this is actually specifically into the Karma. This is a counter specifically into Karma, because Karma is specifically a counter in pro play for Caitlyn Lux lanes, because you can blow them up from further range. And you can see the sign I was referencing earlier. They want semifinals. They saw they got the NRG draw and put the goal further. Cassante and Jarvan banned away, but now Crisp's ability to throw down the turrets in front of Karma's Qs to stop them from blowing up on his ADC is going to be massive. Poppy taken away. Oh, my lip has a part. Hold on. I actually want to see, does Caitlyn have a different splash? No, it's the same splash. Yeah, okay. I was wondering, because I was like, the wiki just has the old abilities. Like, before the slight update to Caitlyn's. This is the same exact goddamn image, yeah. Oh, no, it's different. Wait, what? They changed her dress. Why? I don't know. And Light going to lock in the Gnar for the Shy, and FBI... Wait, Palafox? Blinds the Yone. Oh my goodness. And Ignar locking in the Sedge for his jungler. And it's going to be... It could be Jace or Talia. Both are actually not bad into the Yone at all. And it will be the Jace. Sorry, I keep looking between the two because they keep distracting me, but for Weibo, this is a pretty solid draft into exactly what NRG want. Or exactly into NRG. I mean, they also did get a really good good swap there, making them think that they wanted the Caitlyn Lux and pivoting to the Caitlyn Heimer. And to everybody who was complaining that the meta was so stale, yeah. Welcome to Worlds, where almost every ADC has been drafted now. I think who's the only marksman to not be drafted? I'm trying to think, actually. I mean, we haven't seen Corki. Okay, we haven't seen Akshan. I think we did see Lucian. Haven't seen a Samira. Haven't seen a Twitch. We've seen a Vayne. Haven't seen a Jhin. That's true. We haven't seen Misfortune either, actually, now that I think about it. Yeah, we have not seen Misfortune. I forgot. Sorry, I keep forgetting to. But we're into game anyway, so it doesn't matter. So this will be, I'm just going to count them really quick. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. Ooh, 16 ADCs. I was trying to think. I was thinking, everyone's complaining how bad the ADC pool is. I'm like, dude, 16 different ADCs have been drafted, and we got a 5-man Clown Fiesta, so let's go. Oh my goodness, Ignar going to land an early Q onto Weiwei, and that's about it, because, oh my god, there's so much, just what on earth is going on? And Weibo. Skill issue. And nothing happened. And I'm hoping this is more like game 1, less like game 2, because honestly, I'd be sad if it was more like game 1, because I think it would be uncool. I don't know if they know where contracts has started. And Crisp, again, just going to be able to give that, or push over to Light. Just really able to get that push going with the turrets. The, I can't remember the name of them. I'm going to actually have to look up the Heimerdinger. Which is not what I was expecting to have to look up today. Really, that is not something I expected. That is what Donger does. Okay. And a big shield, and Crisp takes a ton of damage. The Ignite is ticking, but FBI can't secure the last auto or Q onto Crisp. Oh, Weiwei. Just contracts running into Weiwei here. The DRX skin for Weiwei out. Ignar. Just going to walk forwards. Maybe a bit too far forwards. The shield is going to be absolutely massive, but the Ignite coming out from Crisp. And now the Flash follow, and it's first blood for the support of NRG. Are they going to be able to get the second? Oh, the stun coming through. The stun grenade does not land. And instead, first blood. FBI didn't follow. So they hand over first blood for a blue buff. Ignar, just what are you doing? Why are you walking that far? Like, if he stood right there, right where he is there, instead of walking into the brush, he's fine. He's positioned fine. He's in an aggressive spot that allows him and Contracts to turn if Weiwei and Crisp decide to run at them. But instead, he walks way too far forward and just costs him. He doesn't even get the blue buff. He should have just played the proper way instead of assuming that Crisp wasn't there. And instead of what could have been probably would have been an advantage to NRG is now completely an advantage for Weibo Gaming in exchange. Chris probably going to go the logical build, which is the Rylai's Rush, which is just very effective, allows for a lot of control, and Xiaohu just getting massive trades onto Palafox. And now Weibo, I mean, I don't think they expected that play to happen, but Weibo in an incredible spot. Is Weiwei just going to go for an invade here? Kind of can. Way easier. Oh, and just going to jump forward, and Contracts is in a terrible spot. No flash available. Weiwei secures the kill with the Bramble Smash. And queued forwards, he was expecting it to hit Weiwei, because if it hits Weiwei, he's not only stomped, but he also has an escape route just in case he wants to walk back. But the Shy just going to be chasing down Dogla with those hyper stacks. And they're just losing all over the map. The Shy. Oh my goodness. Remember, the winner of this probably faces JDG, so it's not all sunshine and rainbows from here for Weibo Gaming. It's not an easy route for either of these teams. Or no, Gen G, sorry. This is the Gen G block. So, yeah, no matter what, it's either you're facing Gen G or JDG. It's not an easy route out of here no matter which way you cut it. You gotta beat one of the best. You have to beat one of the two best teams in the world to make it to finals. So, fair enough. But for now, it's just a firm Weibo lead. Thankfully, none of the kills go into their carries, but takedown for Jace and a takedown for Maokai with a kill is not going to be fun to play against. But no money still. No money on the carries. But NRG just can't find anything to really get them anywhere. Light? Are they just going to let them... They can let them walk past here. The grenade going to miss both, actually, but it's still going to be a good amount of damage here from Light and Crisp onto the NRG bot lane. The slow is still a lot, even though Ignore actually hits a really good shield. Uh-oh, finds the bunk. It's not as much, though. He does shield it. Yeah. Light is not going to be doing as much with those headshots as he would like to, just because of the ability to shield. Okay, it's not. It's first. It's a phase rush. The Shy just going to throw Dokla back out of his half of the lane. Figures, it's gnarlty. And now they will just have to give over the Scuttle Crab, which I don't think is the end of the world. They're going to try and catch out Palafox here, though. Over the wall. Oh, he doesn't walk close enough. He did not actually walk close enough to dodge anything, or to get for Weiwei to jump over the wall with him. But I don't think Weiwei would have wanted to because of Fate Sealed. And just the angle is not there. Oh my god, I was choked and died. And they're still not going to be able to get a back off. FBI can't afford to back right now. Palafox secures the kill. Oh, Xiaohu with the flash. I meant secures the Fate Sealed with the... And now 2 massive ultis out for NRG. They know FBI want to back. And now the cleanse forced out. Where's the twisted advance? You can't dodge it, FBI. Gets hit in the face. And it's going to just be auto trade or autos really just thrown out by Chris to ensure the angle for or the kill for Light and now contracts. None the wiser. I don't think they're going to jump this. Oh, Weiwei says I am. They're just going to drop a ward and Weiwei might be going a bit too aggressive here as now they're going to be able to chase. Here comes Palafox. And the kill secured. The True Shot Barrage coming through just in case. And Palafox and NRG able to punish the overextension from Weiwei. Meanwhile, the Shy is just bullying Dokla. Who cares? That's just expected. So, fine. Flash for Flash, Weiwei, Contracts, and Palafox. So, Flash for Flash, Flash and Flash for Flash. So, it's not that good, actually. Palafox gets juked. So this is actually really good at first from NRG, or from Weibo. Cleanse Force, so he can't even, oh, never mind. Palafox can't get over the wall. A nice bonk from Xiaohu to cancel the dash over the wall, and Palafox will fall with only Crisp's Ignite burned. And they're going to secure the Rift Herald as well. It just wins for Weibo. And they're just going to drop the Herald immediately. There's no Palafox nearby. Crisp is here too if they really want to start this up. Or if they feel like there's going to be a fight going on. And a plate and a half over to Xiaohu. And now FBI's already half health. We've seen the damage this Caitlyn could do in the hands of these ADCs at Worlds. And Light is going to fall. Ignar will block. Not even need to block, actually. Xiaohu teleports. So Light actually gets punished pretty badly there by NRG. So. And FBI has to back here pretty much. I don't really see a reason for him to hang around too much. Douglas just standing there. Just psh. Hydra Flame Spitter. Contracts. Doesn't hit the ulti. Ignar gets dunked by Jace. The Lightning Storm Grenade. Not going to land. And now Palafox is here. And Crisp flashing up the Hangzhou emotes. We got everything out of you, Weibo says. Brutal, painful. And Weibo get a second dragon. They're just that much closer to Drake Soul. It's not a Lightning Storm Grenade. It's a Lightning Grenade. And Weibo, things continue to come up, Weibo. Oh my goodness, my nose. And NRG trying to make plays and just not happening. Meanwhile, Weibo's making plays and they're all working. Just everything going in favor of Weibo, it feels. And the Shy... Nar. Does Nar still scream Nar in Chinese? I would love that. It's just where... I mean, NRG's aggressive plays, they're going to come back and bite them eventually. And Weiwei is coming in. Dodge coming through from Palafox, though. I don't think they're actually going to be able to get this. Yeah, not going to be able to get this. Crisp coming in. Has ulti available and turrets available. Palafox just going to dodge. And this turret's real low. Weibo are just going to be able to funnel so much money onto Xiaohu here. The rockets coming out. Palafox just trying to clear out this wave to prevent any further scaling from Weibo Gaming. And with the plates down, they're just going to have a party down here. Good damage onto the wave, but it's not going to matter. It's too little, too late. First turret over to Xiaohu, and now it's 3,000 gold ahead. And you're seeing all of this. Like, it's just pain. The Shy started... Oh my goodness, you got a call super late and still is getting it. And now he's going to transform here, so you can't really dive him. But you can wait. He's just going to clear out this wave. Actually. Oh, a massive stun with the lightning grenade. But they don't have the Gnar in a literal sense. The other Gnar, not in the character Gnar, and you know, Gnar. They didn't have it, so they couldn't actually commit there. Good ulti from Crisp, though, to deter them. Oh. Now Contract's coming over. Light. Not that far ahead, but the mid lane very far ahead. But now Weiwei in a bad position, but Contracts, they can't chase them. Crisp and Light right next to him with the turret as well. You can't chase that. And now the Shy getting jumped onto by Palafox, but Palafox finds a Gnar to the face. And it's a solo bolo onto Palafox. And now Xiaohu is just beating up Dokla, dodges the equalizer, the flash follow with the autos, and it's a killing spree for Xiaohu. It's on bolo on both sides of the map for Weibo Gaming. And they are done, they say. They are through with NRG. They are fine with making it 4-0 versus NRG this World Championships. They'll be perfectly content to punch their ticket to semifinals. And for NRG, this quickly went from a miracle run to from a Cinderella story to a nightmare in a mere hour. In an hour and a half, this has gone from a dream situation for NRG to just abject horror, as they are getting smashed in games 2 and 3 right now. Where the heck is... There we go. I was trying to find the other string. And Jace, 2 items with the Manamune finished. Or Moramana finished. This, I mean, yeah, the Karsa, the Karma, not Karsa. Though Karsa has played Karma. No, he hasn't. He's a jungler. I know. I'm just speaking out of my ass. Oh, and Xiaohu just solos off screen. And now the ulti coming in. A nice equalizer. But is Xiaohu going to fall? He will. FBI secures the shutdown, and maybe this is the fight. But Weiwei immediately locks down Dokla. Ignar running away. There is no way Contracts gets in the pit here without dying. And it's going to be the third dragon for Weibo Gaming. And they go to Soul Point. Oh my goodness. And there's not even a Baron spawn yet. There's 7,000. There's 6,500 gold ahead or something. They are... Oh, and FBI is just going to tank that. They have an item lead in mid, and what happens here? Oh. Xiaohu's just so fed. They get this, but Dokla is just locked down at this point, and Light secures his kills. And now it's just... I mean, is it just going through the motions for NRG as Light gets his second item now? Dokla just getting caught out. A nice QW for Xiaohu, and Weiwei's going to secure the kill, and no one's going to even get touched by the True Shot Barrage. And this is even more like game 1 of Worlds all over again. They just can't catch a break. And Xiaohu's just going to nuke this turret. This turret's just going to be gone. Baron spawns immediately. They're turning onto it. Palafox teleporting in. Maybe they find a fight. They're going to leave the Baron for the time being. They're going to chase down Xiaohu. Xiaohu will not just fall just yet, but will, with the soul unbound, will get killed. The Shy, looking to run forward, has the Gnar available if he so chooses, but just throws the rock. And Hole Breaker for the Shy. My goodness, this guy loves the Hole Breaker. Just, the Shy does love his Hole Breakers. He's built like 3 of them this tournament. The heck? Don't think that's true. Yes, from yesterday. I mean, just... maybe they catch out Light, but will not catch out Light. And a massive headshot for Xiaohu, actually. And now the Shy is just able to free push. Because no one's going to be able to contest him. The level diff in top 2. The level diff actually isn't that strong in mid or bot. They're going to answer the Shy. There's no Mega available. And he's just going to flash and hop away. But he's in 4 members. But here come the rest of Weibo Gaming. He will fall to FBI's True Shot Barrage. Are they going to have anything else? The Equalizer doesn't detract Xiaohu or dissuade Xiaohu. And now the headshot, the ace in the hole will land. And it's a double kill for Xiaohu now. Weiwei will fall. Light tries to make it 3-4-2. But they will be able to escape for the time being. But Weibo Gaming still continue to get the push. Light tried to go for the execution on FBI. Does not work. Palafox picks up the Hole Breaker. And Xiaohu's just going to be able to buy an item on back, I feel. I mean, they are trying. They found such a good pickoff, but they just burn it. They don't burn it, but it's just so hard to find anything. Palafox has so much damage, though. The Shy is just getting melted. And then FBI finds the kill with the True Shot Barrage. That Palafox just running away, leaving Dokla for dead. Good block by Ignar there to stop the ace in the hole from hitting FBI. He's going to almost get Xiaohu. He's almost going to chunk out Xiaohu. And then this. It's just... it almost worked for Light, but it did not. Ace in the hole available, though. So much damage from Xiaohu. Almost half of FBI's health. Crisp flash out in exchange for Palafox's ultimate. And they're going to just lose control here of this Baron pit as NRG look to go for it. The Shy doesn't have an angle to go get the ultimate. And he's just going to walk away. They're just going to leave him. The Shy just walking at them in mini form. Just an absolute threat even without the Mega Gnar. Just wow. Turbo Shock Rockets. And they're just going to start the Soul. They're going to start the Drake Soul immediately. The line of traps, it is so difficult for anyone to get anywhere. They're going to land onto Chris, but Weiwei's going to secure the dragon with the smite. And now it's a fight for NRG's life. A kill for the Shy. No man, no, it turns out. But Togla's just standing there. Zhao who secures or goes on a killing spree. Palafox, you have a hole breaker, but you can't do anything with it. Hi, Butterfly. As Jace gets a double kill, and now it's Baron time for Weibo Gaming. They absolutely smash Weibo again, or they absolutely decimate NRG again. They get the kill onto Chris, but that's not who you want to kill here. As look at this, just Zhao or Shy first kill. Flash from Ignar. Good flash. But Zhao's just doing so much damage. He's just such a threat to NRG. There's nothing that NRG can do to stop the Jace anymore. 8-2-4 on this Jace. The mid laner is psychotic for Weibo Gaming. And just... I don't see an angle. Spiff is really live. Hi, Spiff. I really don't see an angle here for NRG to get back in this game. It's going to be so hard. They have good pick potential, but they find the picks onto Crisp. It's like, you don't want to find a pick onto Crisp. You want to find a pick onto the Shy. You want to find... Well, good luck finding one with this hole breaker, but you want to find a kill onto the Shy, and FBI's health is just missing. You want to find onto Zhao. You need to kill Zhao here. You need to kill Light. You don't need to kill Crisp. He's not the biggest issue. Palafox over the wall. Is he going to find anything? No, he finds no one. In fact, he's just immediately going to get killed by Light. Gnar jumps into everybody. It's a double Gnar for Weibo. And now Contracts is under the turret. FBI just gets sniped. And Zhao gets a double kill. And it is all over for Weibo Gaming, or for NRG. Weibo say your tournament is over, as they will make top 2 or top 4 for the first time in 3 years. And NA is gone. The final hope of the Western world falls in a sweep to Weibo Gaming, and it didn't even look close in the last 2 games. Just a complete one-sided stomp up and down the rift. And 4-0 will be your record for Weibo against NRG at Worlds, as Gen G or BLG await. And it's just painful. NRG, they battled to get here. And the biggest criticism of them does end up coming true. Their inability to win against Eastern teams. Throughout the tournament, they only took games off of Western, European, and North American teams. They didn't get a single game win against their one. Actually, they only got one game against an Eastern opponent, which was Weibo Gaming in Game 1. And it's just going to be a sad ending for North America at this tournament, as Weibo, it wasn't... They destroy in this series en route to making their first top 4 since 2020. Like, again, the last time this team made semis was also when they made finals, but it was as Su Ning. And finally the org goes back. But it's just, for NA, that's gotta hurt. Your best team gets dominated, goes 1-3, doesn't even make it look good. Your 3 seed gets absolutely smashed. Your 4 seed, who was your 1 seed entering playoffs, doesn't even make the tournament. And now your number 1 team, the Miracle team of NRG, just ran out. The miracle is over. And so for North America, I mean, NRG was a bastion of hope throughout the region that maybe it wasn't just over for them yet. And in the end, it still is over as they get dominated. But that, shockingly, was a really fast series and is the end of the first kimchicast of playoffs. As always, I am Box Kimchi, and have a good night.